guys, I finished another one. Yeah, I read all this today too, and I immediately want to jump straight into Clockwork Princess because damn it, I need a reward for getting through this book. Also, I seem to have misplaced my bookmark, which I'm not happy about because I love that bookmark. So hopefully I'll find it, and pray I find it, please. I really do love that bookmark. I put it in the front of this, and then I don't know where it is. It's probably on my bed. I'll try looking. Anyway, so it's finished. I finished it. That was not easy, to be honest. I think only sheer determination got me through this one, because can I just say, rather than calling this the City of Lost Souls, how about we call this the City of Loss of Common Sense? Or the City of Bad Decision Making. It's just an idea. Okay, because... okay, I'm going to preface this by saying that one character in this book in particular has disappointed me so much, because I know he has such potential to be great, and I actually know that he becomes great. So reading him at his lowest, I'm hoping, in this book, it's made me upset. And that is Alexander Gideon Lightwood. Oh, so many bad decisions, maybe so many. Starting with lack of communication. Yeah, so it disappointed me, darling. Also, these two, they exhaust me. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so spoilers. If you don't know by this point, I can't help you. Because it will be in the title as well. Where are my notes? Haha. Okay, so it's a heartwarming prologue. Heart-wrenching, sorry. It was heart-wrenching prologue. Simon's mother thinks he's a monster and has freaking warded the house. I wanted to start crying then. Also, Jason and Sebastian are missing. Well, we could guess that after the end of the last book. Okay, then we get further on. It's like 2 weeks later, and Clary has been cleared by the Clave, but they have decided to deprioritize the search for Jace because it's been 2 weeks and they found nothing. And Clary has decided, in her infinite wisdom, to seek help from the Sealy Queen and dragging the Lightwoods with her, and Simon. Elaine is here and gay, and she actually thanks Alec because him kissing Magnus gave her the courage to come out. And I'm like, yes, okay, can I have a book about her, please? And we meet her girlfriend, Helen Blackthorne, and I love her, okay? I love Helen Blackthorne already. I want a book about those two, okay? And they have a little bit of Sealy blood, which is honestly a concept that fascinates me so much. Like, yes, I've told you guys I've watched the show, so I have seen her in the show, but again, they weren't main characters. I want more detail. And so, like, she's got pointed ears because of this, and I'm just like, I want to know more about this fabulous woman. And she has like 1 million siblings, and I'm like, finally, a family doing it right. You know what's wrong with you, Shadowhunters, apart from prejudice and a few other things? Population deficit because you never have enough children, okay? I think anyone who gets married should have at least 3 children. Because you have a problem of dying young. And then we have families running out. Like, okay, I am 90% confident that, well, it's more like 98% confident that Clary is a descendant of Henry and Charlotte Branwell. And I'm like, we are not letting those two people's fabulous bloodline die because we've only got Clary to carry it on, because I don't think Jonathan can have children at this point. And we're not having it, okay? Those two fabulous people deserve a legacy. Clary, I'm looking at you to start giving us kids. Or Jocelyn, have some more children. One of the two. Anyway, that was a tangent. The innocence of a child. Yeah. The innocence of a child. I hate the Sealy Queen. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. Alec is having an existential crisis about Magnus, and to be honest, Magnus isn't helping very much. Clary and Simon are hashtag BFF goals. I can basically describe them throughout this entire book. Simon needs to call his sister. Like, okay, his mother's freaking out, but his sister knows nothing, so he needs to talk to his sister. Things are heating up between Maya and Jordan. I mean, as we expected, they did kiss in the last book. Alec is being a bit of an idiot, and if he goes to Camille, I swear to Mahal. Because basically, Alec's freaking out over the fact that Magnus is immortal, and he's not, and that Magnus had other loves before him, and I think he's worried he's just going to be like a mark on a bench post, or, you know, was it a notch on a bed? Something, I don't know, something like that, but, you know, just like another thing on his list, and not actually really mean anything to Magnus. And Magnus, to be honest, is not doing a great job of reassuring him. Like, Magnus is very guarded, and I understand this. Like, I completely get it, and Alec is being very standoffish at the moment, so I understand not particularly wanting to open up at the time. But it's not helping Alec's level of comfort with you, okay? It's not helping. Clary saw Sebastian and Jace getting booked from the Institute on Demon Summoning, because, of course, Alec is officially a moron. He went to Camille, and I swear if he tries to remove Magnus's immortality without consulting him, I will kill him. I will kill you, Alec. The back end of the bargain with the Steeler Queen, that can only end poorly. It didn't happen so far in this book, but I'm assuming in the next book we're going to see repercussions. Jordan and Maya are complicated. That pretty much sums up their relationship. They're together now, though, and hopefully that will go well. Jace has lost it. He and Seb show up at Luke's. They want Clary. Luke got hurt. Also, Jace and Seb are bonded now, so if you hurt one, the other gets hurt too. And Jace is basically subservient to Sebastian and has lost a lot of his personality. Okay, to the Silent Sisters it is. Honestly, that excited me so much. I want to know so much about them. Like, everything. Tell me everything. Clary's doing something stupid. What else is new? Magnus is best boy. That can be summed up Magnus in this book. Best boy. We must protect. Brother Zachariah is here to help, y'all. Brother Zachariah. Okay. I am 98% confident I know who that is. And why he's so keen on helping the Herondales. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find out on Clockwork Princess. Jordan is a sweetie. Izzy likes Simon. Oh, there's this whole scene where she shows up at their apartment and she's drunk and she wants, and she's like, you're handsome and I don't care. I don't want to make a move on you. I just want Simon. What has happened to me? And I'm like, oh, sweetheart, you finally truly care about a boy. That's what's happened. I don't know if it's love yet, but you truly care about him. To be honest, Raphael is not endearing himself to me. In this entire book, he is not endearing himself to me. Okay, he wants Simon to help him. And then he just goes a bit... He's very standoffish with it, and he's giving no reason as to why Simon should help him, other than, like, you must help me, I am the clan leader, or something like that. And I'm like, bro, okay, you tried to kill him. Is it any wonder why Simon doesn't want to help you? And you haven't done anything to help him. At all. And you're like, oh, it's because he's rejecting vampire kind. I'm like, well, they all tried to kill him collectively. I wouldn't want to join them either. So, yeah, I'm not very happy with Raphael. Like, Magnus raised you better. Okay, Izzy and Simon are the sweetest, and I am living for it. It's just that... Yeah, we're like my favorite part of that book. Clary's plan is stupid. What else is new? She is going to join Jace and Sebastian. No, I don't care that she has the mind reader rings. Okay? It still sounds like a stupid plan, because you do not have enough training for this. Okay, then that was the end of part 1. And then part 2. Clary, because for some reason this book is split into 3 parts, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it is. Clary is hanging with the Twisted Duo in Valentine's old place, and it's like this weird place that can, like, travel around the world, and I don't quite get it. But, like, one time they're in Venice, and then the next moment they're in Prague. It's very confusing. Jocelyn and Izzy make for an interesting dynamic, because they have to go to the Silent Sisters together, because only women can go, and Clary isn't a full shadow hunter yet, but Izzy takes Jocelyn, and they have a very interesting dynamic. And sadly, we do not learn enough about the Silent Sisters for my taste. Okay, Jordan and Maya are together. They have this whole moment on, like, a mountain thing overlooking the sea. I think it's a really pretty scenery. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they're together. I'm not sure if I like the Prague to Lupus. Okay, they don't want to help, and they seem very standoffish. Simon plus Izzy plus Star Wars equals goals, because basically Izzy just wants Simon to hold her and is like, tell me a story, but not like a fairy tale one I don't know. So he goes, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away, and tells her like the entire plot of Star Wars. And then like it's like the next day in a meeting, and he's like, we didn't do anything, I just held you and told you about the entire plot of Star Wars. And he's like, oh yeah? Because like Alec's there, and he's like, he doesn't want Alec to kill him. And he's like, yeah. It's like, oh, did you? I'm not sure I remember that. And he's just like, who was Luke Skywalker's best friend? And she's like, Briggs something. It's like, damn it! I'm like, oh, nerd love, best kind. Simon and Clary can still talk with the rings. Yes, that is good. And Jocelyn's about to find out. Yeah. Apparently, Alec has to kill Raphael. That's how Camille will help him remove his immortality. Honestly, I give up on you. Maureen's gone rogue. She's killing people left, right, and center. Raphael is testing me. Ugh. Still unsure about the parade to Lupus. Jocelyn is annoying. Honestly, Luke deserves better. Ugh. Her parenting style is awful. There's something Azazel? Are they kidding me with this? Jace and Clary are exhausting. Because, like, Clary has to pretend to still be hopelessly in love with him while, you know, she's around them and she can't because that's not her Jace. And Jace is just, you know, being all thingied. It's exhausting. I am beyond done with Alec right now. Beyond. I am so done with you. I swear, if Simon bites Izzy, if they set free a greater demon, because Azazel wants them to set him free and then he'll help them remove the mark that Jace has got that's bonding him to Sebastian. And I'm like, if you do this, I am beyond done with this group. Seb is something. Maurice truly loves Jace. Honestly, we only saw like glimpses of Maurice in this book, but every time I saw her, I was just like, yes, fabulous work, darling. Keep being you. A demon attacked Clary. That's okay. They all killed them. Izzy got Simon to bite her. This will end poorly. Simon didn't want to do it. Izzy goaded him into it. What are you doing, girl? Is team good? Like, at this point. Okay, the marker Kane got rid of Azazel. That was actually quite funny. And now Simon's gonna summon Raziel. And, you know, as you do. The demon didn't work, we're gonna try summoning an angel now. Poor Magnus. Magnus is only doing this because he loves Alec and he doesn't know how much Alec is betraying him right now. My Magnus deserves better. Alec, step up. Luke deserves better, to be honest. Better than Jocelyn? Okay, I was spoiled by the relationship that he and Maurice developed in the TV show, so I think that's coloring my view on this relationship a little bit. But I'm still firmly of the opinion that Luke deserves better. I'm worried for Clary, honestly. She's in danger. Oh, look, Clary made another dumb decision and is now poisoned. And she also lost the fairy ring. Well done. That's the magic mind reading ring. Plans for summoning Raziel are made. They're gonna go to the farm. Seb and Clary have sibling bonding time. That was unique. Jordan and Maya have issues. Hopefully they'll work through it. Clay exhausts me. They just exhaust me. On the way to the farm, and we find out Alec is suffering from homophobia from the rest of the Shadowhunter community, and Izzy's like, how dare they? And Alec's just like, it's not one big cut, Izzy. It's a lot of little cuts every day, and you can't stop it. It's gonna keep happening. Jace is back for like a nanosecond because he gets cut because he has to kill this silent sister, and it's really rather tragic. I feel bad for the woman. But she cuts him with like this angel blade, and he gets back to himself for like a second. And then Clary is stupid because Jace wants to turn himself over to the Silent Brothers and take the cup with him, and Clary just won't do it because she's like, they'll kill you. So she calls Sebastian in, and yeah, Jace is lost again. We got the sword. Okay, that was an intense scene with Raziel and Simon, because basically Simon summons Raziel because he's got the Mark of Cain, so he's like, okay, I've got like the angelic thing on me, maybe that will help. And the dude is pissed and he's about to smite him when he sees the mark, and is like, you're not meant to have that, how do you have this? And then he's like, okay, I'll give you the sword if you let me remove that mark. And so they do, and I'm like, well, I'm sure that isn't going to bite us in the ass later. But we got the sword, so this sword is supposed to help sever the bond. It's the whole thing. They call it glorious. Because, of course they do. The good guys are rallying because Clary manages to contact Simon using the ring. She gets it back. Turns out Sebastian took it, manages to contact him, give him as much information as he can. When Sebastian finds out and like assaults her in more ways than one, okay, he loses it. And he's kissing her, and it's a whole thing, and he's like, you're my sister, we are of the same blood, we're one, you belong to me. And she's like, I don't belong to anyone, I belong to me. And it's very, very creepy, and I'm just like, everything is chaos. That's describe it. And like they get to the ceremony and there's like 40 Shadowhunters there, and then Amethyst is there, Luke's sister. And basically Sebastian's got an infernal cup now, and he fills it with Lilith's blood, and he's gonna force the Shadowhunters to drink it, and they'll become stronger and faster, but completely and utterly devoted to him. They use it on Amethyst, and I'm like, no, you leave Luke's family alone. They've been through enough. Leave them alone. But no, they use it on her, and so now she's evil. And I don't want. And yeah, it was a crazy battle. Magnus got hurt. Okay. And they managed to use the sword on Jace, and so he's free. But I thought for a second they might have lost the sword, and I was like, if you lost it, I swear to Mahal. It went back to heaven. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, and Malik is officially broken up because Magnus found out the truth, and he's like, I love you, but you were going to do this without consulting me. He's like, no, I wasn't. I changed my mind. I realized I couldn't do that to you. It was like, but you had to think about it, Alec. And I'm like, I'm with my boy Magnus on this. You need to change before you can get back together, okay? You need to realize that what you did was wrong, Alec. You need to grow up a little and then get back together and adopt beautiful babies. But you need to improve first, Alec. Right now, you can't be with Magnus. But my heart is still broken. Apparently Maureen killed Camille. Anyway, she's taking control, and that's bad. I don't think she killed Camille. I'm like, a noob vampire up against Camille? Doesn't sound likely. Izzy and Simon need to talk, because Izzy really likes Simon, but she wants Simon to tell her, but Simon isn't going to tell her because he thinks she's surplus to requirements at this point. So Izzy needs to tell him. It's better happen. And Jace apparently has heavenly fire inside of him. As if things couldn't get even more nuts, he now has heavenly fire inside of his body. Sebastian left a charming parting gift, like dead angel wings. Actual angel wings in the Institute. He left that, and I'm like... And I love Elaine and Helen. Okay, because they appeared again briefly and they fought in the battle, and Elaine told her mother that she tried to call her so no one got in trouble because Elaine's mother is the consul and is the person in charge of the clave, and it's fabulous and I love them and I want a book about them. Because at the moment they seem to have the most healthy relationship. Oh, that was exhausting. But I finished it, guys. It's finished. I read it. It's done. Now I just need to read Clockwork Princess. And then City of Heavenly Fire and Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy. And then I gotta stop because I'm missing 3 books. And I've decided to wait a little bit on buying them. We'll see how long that lasts. This is a bit crazy, even for me. I've read 3 books that are over 400 pages each, and 2 of which are over 500 pages in the span of 3 days. I don't normally do this. Okay, I do this a little bit. I think I did that with the Go On series, except I don't think they were as long. But anyway, I've lost it a little bit, guys. I've lost it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this book, can you tell me what bits you liked? And I forgot to mention in City of Heavenly Fallen Angels, I did like the dynamic between Jace and Simon. I thought that was funny. Anyway, back on point. If you did like this video, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. My previous video will be down here somewhere, I think. And I really, really hope you enjoyed this nonsensical ramble. Bye!